This is why we went to bed with the sun. When the sun went down, we went to sleep so that we could get up in the middle of the night, study the cosmos, and then we went back to sleep, which was known as the second sleep, right? But you guys are not paying attention to that. They have planes going out at night, chemtrailing the moon, doing the eclipse and the lunar eclipse and the blood moons and all that. We were not able to see that in Maryland because the chemtrails were out over it. They were trying to block that energy and reflect it away from the earth. But then there's nothing they can do to keep the energy away from the earth, like they're doing in the daytime now. Of course, the clouds that we see in the sky right now, we know that those are not clouds. We know that those are chemtrails, and we know that they're reflecting the sun away from the earth. All right? In order to try to manipulate its energy and to keep it from reaching us, because we are solar powered beings and moon beings, right? So the sun and the moon, they both carry their particular share of energy, and we need to get quite involved with both of them, and we need to have an intimate understanding of both of them, okay? Because they are a big part of who we are. All right? I always wear my moon charm around my neck so that I can remind myself of that. And I always, wear my to remind myself in the certain colors to remind myself of how important this stuff really is. So anyway, getting back to what I was saying, you have to pay attention to your spirit. You have to pay attention to what's going on inside of you. No matter what they do, this is a flesh suit. I want you guys to stop giving so much power to this skin that you're in. You understand? Some of you love the skin more than you do your soul. Some of you are making up the outside, but you are doing nothing for the inside of yourself. You understand? This suit, whether we like it or not, it ages. It gets old. I don't care how good we eat or how much we exercise. At some point, there's an exit period for this flesh suit. Many of you would try to hang on to it for as long as you can, but the age of humanity is almost over. We reincarnate, but we will not reincarnate back into this flesh suit. This is the end of the ride for humanity. There will be an intermission. All right? All right? So we're going back into the era where we don't use words and where we can read each other's thoughts and where we're back into the true essence of our soul. And we need that. We need that. We need that. We need to refresh ourselves because we've been going through this human experience for so long. For millions and millions of years, we've had the opportunity to reincarnate. You are not new to this planet. And we left breadcrumbs for ourselves. We left things in Egypt. We left things in South America, in North America, in the Andaman Islands and Fiji and all around the world, the Sumerians and all. We left breadcrumbs for ourselves, signs and symbols that will remind us of who we are as a people. And so it's about working on you, really lighting up your soul. Your soul is the record keeper. That is the one that we call Tahuti, what we reverence as Tahuti. That is the record keeper. And I often say you can lie to me, but you can't lie to your own heart. You need to work on that. Grounding yourself in nature, getting an intimate relationship with nature, reviving your relationship with nature, because that is the only way that the universe can speak to you. The universe has an intimate personal relationship with nature, and nature has an intimate personal relationship with us. The universe, nature, and us are one and the same. And so we have to get ourselves surrounded with the things that are like us again. Not money, not materialism, not cars, not Louis Vuitton. And trust me, family, I do understand it. I've had my time with it. Louis Vuitton has gotten my hard-earned money. I've had my days with that, and I phased out. And I'm not knocking the ones who do. But I am telling you, I am trying to help you guys avoid the mental manipulation. You understand? We grew up in a place where we didn't have nothing. If anybody knew how I was raised and how I grew up on Locust Street in Douglas, or how we grew up on Blue Road in North Memphis, or how we grew up, just how, my mama raised us, then they know that we didn't have nothing. We grew up with nothing. So I understand the psyche that society, the psychological effects that some of that might have on you. But come to find out, we were actually being raised the right way outside in nature with not much material possession. And because we didn't have those material possessions, we were able to go outside and pay attention to nature, to the things that are going on in nature. Kids today don't even want to go outside because they have so many distractions in front of them. How sad is that? Okay? So from the beginning of time, I posted this last night. From the beginning of time, we have saw that since materialism became the epicenter of a man's heart, became the center of a man's affections. And when I say man, I mean male, female. When it became the center of our affection, the heart of our contentment, that's when you started to see the fall of man. Even the Egyptians, you started to see them fall. You talk about the Hyksos invasions in the early times. You see Narmer killing. You see all of them. And these were the beginning dynasties. All right? You see Narmer, Mins. You see them killing. All of this had to take place. We were warring with each other. We started warring with each other. Okay? And that's when you started to see the fall of man. Because we started reverencing things and not each other, not the earth. We took our earth for granted. We've taken our earth for granted. And this is why we have so many parasites amongst us. In human form, those that we cannot see in the earth. Our waters are contaminated. Our foods are poisoned. Our air is poisoned. Even the air we breathe is not pure. Our trees are sick and dying. The grass, just everything around you. And so if those things are happening in nature, family, understand that they are happening in you as well. If nature is dying, you are dying as well, because we are one and the same. We cannot detach from each other or separate ourselves from nature, because we are the same. And so whatever you see going on in the universe, whatever they're doing to affect nature, and whatever we're doing to affect nature, it affects us as well. Okay? So I want you guys to pay attention to that. This fiat paper money is not where it's at. I see a lot of brothers and sisters making money off of the knowledge. And you know your ancestors are going to deal with you. I don't need to point you out. And like I said, you can lie to me, but you cannot lie to your own heart. Your heart is the recorder. You understand? Everything that I get, I am so eager to share with you. But I do understand that I can lead a horse to water. I cannot make you drink. You understand? I don't charge people. I have no right to do that. I have no right. I know there's a right way to do it. I have brothers and sisters right now calling me and saying, come speak. The young people want to hear you speaking. You understand? And I will not charge them a dime to do so. You understand? The universe will make a way for you to do what is right. You don't need to charge people for this information. If this is liberating information that you claim people need to know, how dare you? Because our ancestors did not do that. We had what is called a rites of passage for our young men. We had what is called an ascension into womanhood for our women, our young women. We no longer have those things. We no longer have those things. And so we have to do the best we can to incorporate our knowings and bring them back into the family. Bring them back into the fold. You see? And some of you conscious people are worse than the ignorant people, the people who are asleep. It's all about your whole focus is all about the shine and the beam and the glory. I don't do this for the glory of myself or for the glory of men or for the accolades that come from men. I do this because this is something we need. I'm all for the healing of my people. And I can only do it in the most organic fashion. And I don't need to use a European system to do it. I am better than that. I don't care how many people try to convince me. I don't care how many people try to convince me that I am not. I know that I am better than their system. And I refuse to use it. I refuse to give over to that power, because that there is a power that is connected with money. That's why it's green, and it's connected to our heart chakra. And everything that we need, everything that is essential to human, to the sustainability of humans, they have attached it to that green fiat paper money. Food, shelter, water, clothes, everything that is essential to man, and everything that Mother Nature provides in abundance for each and every human being.